Hi everyone, welcome to the first meeting of Rotary Eco Club. Here we are in Milan. We started our journey yesterday evening with a nice dinner, and today we walked in the Milan Castle and Milan Park Sempione. We had a nice lunch with a lot of Rotarian friends, and now it's time to start our meeting. And I want to immediately give the voice to Ludwig that will introduce ESRAG Rotary Action Group. Thanks, Ludwig, and the floor is yours.
Hi, dear friends and enthusiasts for our idea of Eco Club. I'm so sad that due to my flu, I cannot join this beautiful meeting in Milano. But at least I wanted to say hi to you all and wish you a wonderful meeting with moments to share ideas, to get inspired by each other. I'm quite sure that Luca, Marie-Louise, and Nick will organize together with Ulrico an unforgettable session. Have a great time. I give you a big, big hug, and we'll see you soon wherever our planet is there.
Thank you, Ludwig. Thank you, Ludwig. And now it's time about a board member of ESRAG, and I want to invite here PDG Franz Müller that can say hello to all the participants.
Thank you. Welcome to this meeting. And I think all our best wishes to Ludwig, who is really sick. We have seen him, and we wish him a quick recovery so that he can go on. He will be the next ESRAG chair starting July 1st, and so he needs to be in good health. Well, I suppose that most of you know about ESRAG. ESRAG is, as the word says, a RAG, so a Rotary Action Group, and is the only action group related to the 7th area of focus of the Rotary Foundation, so the environment, the sustainability. What is the meaning of the RAG? The RAG is an organization of Rotarians and non-Rotarians that work for this team and has the mission to help clubs and districts to raise projects, activities for the team of this area of focus. And that's part of our organization. We are growing very much. We are currently more than 2,500 members, and probably the biggest RAG nowadays. And that means that people are more and more concerned about our situation. And you know that, for instance, the climate change is the biggest problem we are facing now in the world for the survival of the humanity, not for the world. The earth will stay there, but it's the mankind that may be disappeared in a long or not so long term. So we are organized to help, as I said, to help local entities in Rotary, and we do that with a structure that is composed by local chapters. We have an European chapter and sub-chapters in different countries. So as we have chapters in most of the other areas in the world. And these chapters are the connection to the local entities and the ESRAG headquarters. For the activity, we also have not only have a structure for taking care of the projects, but also we have task forces, and these task forces are dedicated to specific activity. For instance, the plastic pollution that we want to avoid, to teach people how to do it, and so on. The same is for climate change, for the preservation of endangered species, and so on. We have several of them, and that might be of interest of all of you. So you are welcome and invited to join ESRAG, and if you are not, and to join the task forces or to ask some kind of sustain for the projects. Well, it's you have to take care of connecting with your local chapter if possible. If not, you may directly connect with the ESRAG headquarters and have a kind of link to your chapter where you can start your activity or raise your question. I think that's about all what to say now. So I leave the floor to our friends of the Eco Action Clubs that where we also participate as Eco Milano, who has been started 2.5, 3 years ago, exactly to take care of the sustainability as our main theme. Thank you for your participation, and if you have any question, please get it to the leadership of this organization of the Eco Clubs, and they will forward that to me and to the other ESRAG leadership members. Thank you very much, and have a good day.
Thank you, Franz. And now introduce Luca Marchesi, that is the chief of the network of Rotary Eco Club. And Luca, the floor is yours, and you can now lead the next part of the meeting.
So, thank you, Ulderico. As you might notice, I have just moved chair, but it's I think it's okay. Just a few words from my side, just to explain why we are here, why we have this network of Eco Clubs. And I think that the best explanation was given by the incoming Rotary International President, Mario, in an ESRAG webinar around a month ago. When he was asked about the environment and what Rotary is doing for the environment, he reverted the question and simply said, the environment is the area of attention for young generation, the first and most important one for them. But if you look at the money that is given by the Rotary Foundation to environmental related projects, it covers only 5% of the total amount. So he simply said, go back to your club, make a project, and the Rotary Foundation will give you the money. If you and now we come to the network. If you want to have money from the Rotary Foundation, you need a global grant. For a global grant, you need international partner. And in the network, we have more than 80 eco clubs that together can support and help every club in his projects. This for me is the main reason why the network should be working, and we should work together. So I think that we want to start with the presentation. It's we have here our the president of the okay, of the project commission of the ICO Milano that will give you a presentation about its project.
PowerPoint.
No,
Ce n'era una PowerPoint.
no, va bene.
Uguale,
Sì, che inutile.
il testo che tu.
Ok.
Okay, good afternoon to everybody. Good afternoon to all. I beg your pardon for my rusty English anyway, but I try to be the clearest as possible. Let's introduce our as Milano Rotary Eco Club, our little project. It's a kind of project that is indicated here is led by us, but is not involving only us, but it could involve all the Rotary clubs in Milano and also all the Rotary clubs that are interested in doing this. Let's start with a little introduction about the background. Carbon dioxide is increasing every year with a clear effect on weather and on local global warming. Every last year has been registered the warmest, and our cities are becoming like an oven. EU has fixed at 50% CO2 carbon reduction by 2030. It means a collective effort not only for businesses, but also for the public administration and normal citizens. Rotary's world with its activities, meeting, initiative, has its, even if little, a role in producing CO2. But we know that, as a famous Italian comedian used to say, it's the sum that makes the total. And however, Rotary Club have a responsibility as leader, we should show and lead the way. Okay. A more important goal is coming by 2025. It is expecting the CO2 neutrality, meaning that we will produce the only carbon dioxide we can eliminate. Does everybody know how to manage it? Businesses, common people, okay? And let's see what we do have to do. For reaching the stars, we as Rotary clubs have to work in this direction. We need to raise awareness and environmental impact, especially among district clubs and the young generations. It's necessary to engage local businesses and show how a sustainable production could be useful for the business and the planet, and of course, asking their involvement as sponsors and active participants in the project. Rotary must keep the lead, but also local community must be involved. They are an actor in the project and the beneficiary of the having a greener cities, less polluted and warm during the summer. Thanks to its project, Rotary Club Eco Milan, together with all participant Rotary clubs, would help the city to reach the neutrality goal and a better environment. Rotary Club Eco Milan has had the idea, but has no manpower in order to develop the entire project. And this is the reason why all Rotary clubs are welcome, especially those in the district 4041. And here is the plan. The project of Milano Verde Rotary or Milano Green Rotary is, I like to consider it as having 4 pillars. Through a calculator studied and approved by Salerno University, tailored on European habits, each Rotary Club could calculate its own CO2 footprint and decide to take appropriate measures to reduce it. For example, less meeting on presence and more by Zoom, or use bike or public transportation for reaching the meetings. They will have the opportunity to do things that normally we tell others to do. However, it is an effort, won't ensure success. In order to mitigate emission, they also can decide to plant trees and plants. Trees and greens are a fundamental role in the absorbing carbon dioxide and have a natural function to clean the air and mitigate the heat areas. Greener cities help to fight the global warming. As a third pillar, the role of the sponsors is important. They can ensure the money we need, but on the other hand, Rotary's role is also to help them to discover how sustainable production could grant them more businesses and new opportunities. As a fourth pillar, nevertheless, the project also includes a strong educational element and information in order to spread awareness and the problem to the community. Initiative will be promoted for encouraging schools and young people to actively participate in the creation of the green city. Of course, prizes and awards for the best project and ideas represent a further incentive. The final result we expect is a greener and more resilient city. What we need? For a being successful project, what we need is a link to university and the world of research, manpower as urban and environmental professionals, for example, urban architect, agronomist, green engineer, etc., in order to individuate the areas, develop a plan, find the correct green to plant, spin doctors in order to develop an information campaign and all initiatives that could involve community and the younger generation. A close coordination with the public administration. Sometimes even to plant a tree in a park takes a lot of time and paper. Imagine what if they are simply skeptical about it. It will be necessary to develop a network in order to facilitate common and easy solutions. Often, your doubts and problems are already being solved by somebody else in the world. But last but not least, money is never enough. With no money, it's almost impossible not only to plant a tree, but more important, to take care of it during the first years. And this more or less concludes my little presentation, and I'm eager to respond to all questions if I can. Otherwise, thank you very much, and the floor is yours.
Intanto se vuoi dire qualcosa, intanto lo dico. Ok. Chiudi il microfono. Sì. Ok. Puoi parlare.
Okay,
Puoi parlare anche da lì.
okay, can you hear me also on Zoom? And I would like, if possible, to have a presentation from one of the person connected remotely. Beza, are you able to unmute yourself and do your presentation? Beza is a Rotaract from the
Yes. Okay. I asked her to unmute.
Hello, how are you doing?
Yes.
Can you hear me? My name is Biza Sualo. I am the co-founder and the vice president of Rotaract Club of Ade. And I'll continue with my presentation.
Okay,
Can
can
you?
you share your
Okay.
video, or do we need to do it from here?
I have a presentation.
Okay.
I can share my screen.
Sorry, I didn't understand. Where is she from?
From Ethiopia.
Ethiopia.
I will allow you to share your screen
Yes.
as a co-host, so you can.
Okay. I'm about to share my screen.
Yes, you are.
Okay.
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 We
Once
can start.
I can start. Okay.
Yes.
Sorry.
You can share the screen, please.
Okay. Okay. Once. Once my screen is okay.
You can share.
Yeah. I'm about. Once. Can someone help me with this?
You have to open the presentation, and after you have a button like share, and
Oh,
your
okay.
presentation will be available on the. Otherwise, if you want, we can do it for you here.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. I'm about to sorry.
Do you want to do it?
Yeah. Can you share your screen, please?
Okay. Poi share screen. Maybe.
Um. Yes. Okay. Okay. I'm about to share.
Wait a minute that we are preparing it.
Okay. Mr. Luke, can you share my screen, please? And can you share the PowerPoint I've sent you?
Yeah, don't worry. Just wait a minute. We are getting ready to share your presentation after we adapt the video to and we will publish it. Will be cleaned from this part.
Okay.
So don't worry. Copia.
Okay. Okay.
No, riesci a mandarmeli via.
Can you see it right now?
No, we cannot see it.
Okay, sorry.
Wait a minute that we are getting ready. Riesci Luca a mandarmeli via mail? Non so se quel drive lì lo vede. Qual è? Mi dai il link del drive? Me lo mandi via mail. Don't worry, Besa, we will solve it. I have been in 49.
What about
I attended Rotary meeting in 49 nations, and what the Rotary clubs have in common all around the world is that there are technical problems often during the presentation. So no, don't worry.
Okay. Can I read it for you now? Let me present.
Yes, we are. Just 1 minute. We are sharing the presentation because it was in another computer, so I need to just.
Okay.
Hai mandato qui. Devi darmi autorizzazione. Dovresti ricevere una mail. Vai sulla tua mail e ricevi una mail. C'è? Perché no? Non riesce a mandarmi il combi transfer a questo punto. Quanto sono grandi? Non so. Sì, però non si vede nella video. Tanto interrompo un attimo la registrazione.
Club of ADE.
Okay, let's you can start your presentation, Beza. Okay.
Let me start then.
Yes.
Okay, this is our club called Rotary Club of ADE. There are some introduction about club. And our club is called like ADE because our mission is to empower mothers and children in Addis Ababa ADE. Since like in Ethiopia, ADE means mothers in Tigrinya language. Our club president is called Dr. Tsiyon Mellese, and I'm the vice president, Dr. Beza Subalo. And as I mentioned before, our mission is to improve maternal and child health in Addis Ababa, Ethiopia. There are 32 passionate young leaders, including the BOD members, board of directors. And we are committed to service, advocacy, and creating healthier lifestyle to mothers. And the first projects were flower seeding with GRC, Ethiopia. Green Concepts Ethiopia, Rotaract Ethiopia, and our mission was making our environment healthier and beautiful. More than 50 Rotaract participated in 5 photo runs during this event. We have seeded more than 5 kinds of flower seeds in 30 plants in Addis Ababa University compound. Our second project was Bertatesh Bertate. It's breast cancer benefiting Pink House, which creates awareness to women suffering from breast cancer. A massive number of people joined the work, and we managed to create an awareness for more than 500 people. More than 500 women visited their families. And our third achievement was Christmas celebrations, and we tried to celebrate Christmas with mothers with called Love for Mothers and Children in Nijo, and celebrated Christmas with them. We donated food, groceries, and for the mothers in the Nijo. And our fourth achievement was screening and counseling related to water and sanitation. A kidney medical screening in counseling water, based water sanitation management were given to the mothers that found in NGO for love for children and mothers. In the medical screening and counseling for mothers under love for children in mother NGO, we did our screening and counseling for more than 25 mothers. And our upcoming projects include chartering Club of Ade. And we are excited to announce chartering our club, which focus on, as I mentioned before, maternal and child health. We aim to create healthier lifestyle for the mothers, and our club will foster sense of community, civic engagement, and innovation. For the upcoming project, we will have formation of Interact Club, health education for children and mothers. And if you wanna get involved, here is our LinkedIn page, Instagram, and Telegram. And we are looking for sponsor for the Green Rotaract Club and other activities. If you want to support us, I'll put my email down in the comment below, and thank you. I have finished my presentation. Any questions? Can you hear me?
Yes. Thank you, Beza.
Any questions, please? Any questions?
Well,
Yes. Yes, Beza, I have a question for you. Okay, thanks for your presentation. I think it was quite interesting. Now, more in general, if you look at the situation in Ethiopia in this moment, what would you say that is the environmental problem, if you can name one, for Ethiopia, for the area where you live?
Okay, there's as a developing country, we use most of our cars are we use like benzene, kerosene, and which is not good for our environment and community. In our future plan, these pollutions, air pollutions, will it's not good for health or for mother, children, and everyone. And we are trying to make a project based on that. And we are thinking of giving a health education. And as I mentioned before in my presentation, there is counseling about water and sanitation for the mothers. And we planted flowers in the compounds. And this will be our specific problem. We will try to solve it with our club and members.
Okay, thank you.
We will publish this video based in our YouTube channel, and also we will be available to collect some other questions, and we'll forward with you to the email that you sent to us. So, of course, stay in touch and go ahead. Thank you for your presentation again.
Thank you.
Okay.
Okay, if possible, now Michael from the Green Rotaract Concept, still from Ethiopia. Are you with us? Are you able to unmute yourself?
Yes. Hello all. Thank you very much. Can you hear me?
Yes, and
Can I share my screen?
Yes, wait a minute that I make you co-host so you can share the screen. Okay, you can do it now.
Okay. Thank you.
Okay, perfect.
Can you see my screen?
Yes, perfectly.
Okay. Thank you very much. So
make it in
my name.
presentation mode, maybe.
Okay.
Great.
Perfect.
Yeah.
Nice. So as you mentioned, my name is Michael, and I'm from the Green Road Concept Ethiopia team, and I'm the chair for the Rotary Year 2024-2025, and I'll be explaining about Green Road Concept, its initiatives, its activities, and what we intend to do for the upcoming year as well, for the upcoming months as well. So Green Road Track Concept, as a disclaimer, it's not a club, but a concept. It was derived from District Road Track Representative, Road Tractor Billy Kagai in the year 2017-2018. And it's an initiative of the District 9212, and it focuses on environmental management and conservation project as part of the seventh focus area for Rotary International. And our main purpose is to drive and to push clubs to do environmental projects within the district among Rotary clubs, Rotaract and Interact clubs. And by doing this, we aim to engage people with impactful environmental projects that promotes their environmental sustainability and stewardship. So I am the 8th chair. We have been active for the past 8 years. And this is our current team, our current board of directors working on different projects I'll be explaining about. So our focus for 2024-2025 was to setting foundation for JRC through documentation, creating robust processes that could help us stay longer and relevant for the upcoming years as well, and refining the aim of JRC, its mission and vision, because the ecosystem and the environment has changed since its inception in 2017-2018. So we had to redefine and reshuffle our goals and aims this year, and we were intending to increase the relevance for our members by providing them different capacity building sessions and so on. And we wanted to improve our impact, the impact of our current initiative and projects, and ensuring the sustainability of the projects we do. And the major projects we've done so far are 3. The first one is the cleaning camp of the Little Akaki River that's found in Addis Ababa. And the project was done in the Rotary year 2022-2023. And it was done in partnership with 5 Rotary clubs and other non-Rotary partners. And we did 10 rounds of cleanups with 12 Rotary clubs, and we were able to involve more than 200 volunteers and collected for more than 4,000 kilograms of trash, and involved 81 households from the community. And we initiated an urban farming initiative to help the Riverside community. And the second project we did this year is the garden beautifying projects. Beza was earlier mentioning it. It was done at Sabah University campus, and we performed that project in collaboration with Heritage Watch Ethiopia and Rotary Fellowship of Urban Gardening. And we had planted more than 1,000 seedlings with the involvement of 100 volunteers and 12 clubs from Rotaract. And another minor project, but a successful project we did, was a community-based tree planting with the Rotaract Club of Atros this year. We had 2 rounds of flower and tree planting session, and we collaborated with Deloitte Ethiopia for the second round, and we involved more than 30 volunteers and planted more than 150 seedlings. And in addition to this, our focus areas. So the previous 3 projects are the main projects we did, but we do more than that. We do small and more frequent tree planting sessions, environmental trainings and capacity building sessions for our members and for the members of the community as well. And we do social media campaign to create awareness among the youth and the community about environmental issues, be it climate change, pollution, and so on. And these are some pictures from the Little Akaki Riverside project. And we do, as part of the capacity building and information sessions activities, we held one session with business founders to show people that they can turn environmental sustainability initiatives into an actual business, which can gain them some revenue and change themselves as well. And we do info sessions on COP, the Conference of the Parties, every year. We try to highlight the issues that will be raised during the discussions, and we'll highlight the results of the discussion as well. And we have done various activities and this year, and one of them was an SDG walk and cleanup. So we did this to raise awareness about the sustainable development goals, which close to 5 to 6 of them are related with environmental sustainability. So we held a walk and pick session in the cleanup session at Ntoto Park in collaboration with other organizations. And this year's major theme was about urban development. So we invited guest speakers to talk about urban green spaces, urban water management, and urban architecture, and how they can be more environmentally sustainability focused. And one of the collaborations we are proud of performing this year is the workshop we delivered with with Water Witness International. It's an international NGO which works on water conservation and related projects, and we held a workshop with them to talk about urban water management issues. And these are some of the additional activities we performed this year. And additionally, as one form of creating awareness among the youth and our members, we held a debate session. So we invited our members, the environmental sustainability aware members, and also the people who challenge us and say that climate change is not real, for a debate session. So it was an informative debate session, and we invited prominent environmentalists for sharing their ideas and challenging the opinions of those climate change deniers. And other things we have done are professional development sessions, general assembly sessions, and other information sessions in collaboration with various Rotaract clubs in Ethiopia, both in Addis and outside of Addis as well. And we're currently, for the remaining Rotary year, we're mid-May, and we're left with almost 6 weeks of the current Rotary year. So for that, we try to expand our visit and collaboration with Rotary clubs. That's one of the main challenges we have is creating connection with Rotary clubs. Most of our connections and projects are done with Rotaractors and sometimes with interactors. And we plan to do additional workshop series on project development, project proposal development, and so on. And we have started a photography challenge, a nature photography challenge, and we plan to do more. So regarding the things we aim to achieve and the challenge we usually face during that is, as you have seen, even though we've been in action for almost 8 years, more than 8 years, the high level and major projects we did are only 3. And moving forward from this year, we plan to increase the relevance of the activities we do and the impact and the sustainability of our initiatives. So in addition to doing one-time tree planting or a one-time workshop, we plan to increase the impact of these workshops by turning them into fellowships or long-term programs that can increase the capacity of our members. And another additional challenge we have faced is limited outreach beyond Addis Ababa. So as Green Rotaract concept, we We have representatives in each club, almost each club, road track club in Ethiopia. So most of the representatives that are active are in Addis, because we are the BOD of the Green Road Track concept is based in Addis. So we highly collaborate with them, but our reach and collaboration is limited for the clubs outside of Addis. So we plan to increase that engagement and expand our activities and the impact we want to create beyond Addis and towards the whole of Ethiopia. And one thing we want to do is that we want to increase the technical capacity and knowledge of our members. Most of our members and our BOD and most people involving in our initiatives are driven by interest only, majorly. We don't have the technical knowledge or capacity to work on the project. So increasing our technical capacity and knowledge will help us expand and strengthen our capacity to create the impacts. And we will also need a strategic guidance for resource mobilization and partnership development, since most of the things as a road track, we need resources. So we get the resources through partnership and resource mobilization. So we'll need strategic guidance for that. So regarding the question raised earlier, I think I can better reflect upon it. So major issues we're facing currently in Ethiopia regarding environmental sustainability are water sources pollution. So the rivers in Addis and the lakes in other cities as well are being highly polluted and have become mostly inhabitable. And also we have air pollutions. And in addition to that, some climate disruptions have led to droughts in some areas of Ethiopia as well. And there are challenges coming from rapid urbanization. So these are from our view, these are the major challenges we have to deal with. So for this, we have established 4 strategic pillars to work on this. The first one uses leadership and capacity building on environmental issues and to ensure our financial sustainability and resource mobilization so that we can do better and impactful projects. And our partnership and community collaboration and documentation and knowledge management will be the 4 pillars. And these have been our major collaborators this year and in the previous years of our implementation. So if you want to join us, please, you can follow our social media pages and also email us via the email address provided. And I've also shared the email on the chat box as well. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Michael. Congratulations for your project and your activity. Really great job. Thank you very much. And very impressive. Thank you.
I don't know
Thank you.
if there are questions from the audience to Michael.
Just to wish all the best for this fantastic, complete presentation. You deserve all the best. Congratulations.
Thank you very much.
No, don't go away because I have a question for you.
Okay.
I've seen from the activities that you have the capacity to mobilize quite a lot of people. To be honest,
Yeah.
if you have 200 volunteers working I think it was the river cleaning activities. I mean, it is quite a lot. So you have the capacity to mobilize people. And you also mentioned that you are interested in developing a project for urban green. I suppose that is in Addis Abeba.
Yes, we
Okay.
can do it in Addis as well, and also other regional cities where road track clubs are there, like Awasa or Juma and so on.
Okay, so we are in Milano, so it is a completely different environment, situation, and so on. What does it mean, urban green, in a city like Addis Abeba or in a nation like Ethiopia that has a different climate from, say, European one? What do you think that concrete action for creating an urban green in Addis Ababa practically means.
Okay, so recently the government is taking the initiative in building urban green spaces in various parts of the city, especially in Addis. There have been various urban development projects to create more green spaces for the community. So our major involvement would be to push people on having a positive outlook about those urban green spaces and how to use them better as well. So in addition to building gardens, we plan to push people on turning those gardens into urban farming sites where they can use them to grow vegetables or plants that they can consume, not just have green spaces, but also urban farms that they can use for their consumption and ensure their sustainability or food sustainability as well.
Okay, thank you very much.
Okay.
I don't know if there are, okay.
May I ask a question to Michael? We work actually in Ethiopia. We are working right now with the Global Grant in Ethiopia. I was going to ask him if he can reach in somehow villages very far from Addis Ababa. We are working in Gambo, close to Gambo Hospital. And we find a lot of troubles and difficulties to find a connection with the people and the local administrations in Gambo. Or the village is Lepis. I don't know if you know something. Can you help us with giving us some connections with the local authorities?
Okay, I didn't clearly hear the name of the city or the village you mentioned. What can you repeat the name of the city?
Gambo. Name.
Gambo.
Gamo or Gambo?
Gambo with a B.
Gambo.
Gambo.
Can you take
Lepis? Lepis. It's about 250 kilometers far from Addis Ababa.
Okay, I think I can better hear it if you type it for me for better understanding. If 250 kilometers.
Mario, can you please come here so that you see if I am typing correctly?
Yes. Yes, right.
Okay, so
it should be south of Addis Ababa, about 250 kilometers far. My question was, since we have just finished a water well,
okay.
and we would have liked to educate population to the rational use of water. We need a partner or someone who helps us. May I contact you if you have any contact in that? It's Oromia, the region.
Okay, sure you can. And
they were struck by the war, and so they have real water problems.
okay, so you can have my contact, and I will see what I can do to get you a connection with the local authorities or anyone there who can help you create a connection.
Okay. Thank you, Michael.
Okay. Yeah, no problem.
Okay.
So you can get...
Just to give you some background information, Mario is a very active and experienced Rotarian from Cagliari, that is in the Sardinia region in Italy, and he has a quite large and old Rotary Club that is supporting him. So if you agree, I will exchange your contact so that you can talk directly each other.
Okay, sure. I'll be happy to help.
Okay, thank you very much. Mario, while you were already showing your face on the screen, you can maybe proceed with the presentation.
Okay.
Not this. This one? Okay.
Hello. Hello, everybody. This project has nothing to see with water. It has something to see with bees. Actually, we presently are working for other projects with the Cagliari prison, which has about 800 prisoners, and 10% are women and 90% are male. Basically, what we are going to do is to start some projects with for the bees, to start a repopulation of bees in Sardinia. We had nearly a 70% loss of the bee population. So we are going to try some project. We have a sort of a protocol or memorandum of understanding made with the prison administration, which goes through a number of projects which are aimed to, let's say, re-educate the prisoners and ease their insertion in the local. So what we are going to do is start a project in a few stages. The first stage is to educate the prisoners to be beekeepers. So they will be instructed by a national association of beekeepers. They will get a sort of document, the possibility of working all over Italy. And it will be, and they are a network which are helping us to reinsert the prisoners after the end of their period in prison. So this is, so what we are going to do is start with an agriculture project, which is to fix all the lands around the prison, which are about 4 hectares of land, which is 40,000 square meters of land, which has to be worked. And then the intention is to seed some flowers and plants and trees, which ease the growth of the bee population. This is the first stage. So the second stage, I'm sorry. First is education, second is planting the plants, and then third is start some with 10 hives in that land and start making honey. So the last and final step is to make a sort of a laboratory inside the jail which are basically 3 rooms. One which is a sort of storage room for the honey. The first, the center, the heart of the laboratory is the second room, where we have the centrifuge for honey and the storage, the cleaning, I don't know, the frames with the bees and the wax and the bees and the honey, and then basically all the operations which can extract the honey. This project will be connected with another project which is going on. Rotary is not the proposer of this second project, which is make sweets in jail. So we are going to give them the honey to make the sweets. The investment is not a big investment. As you see, it's about 5,500 euros. So we are going to finance the project and see what comes out. Let's say. So you see, this is basically how the laboratory is made. What are the main items of this laboratory? The final step is to make honey and allow companies and offices and or stakeholders anyway in Sardinia to have the money, their honey for Christmas gifts or whatever, which is made there but has their own label. So basically, this is how it is all about. The Ethiopian part is another thing. We have made a big well in Ethiopia. We were very lucky. We found a lot of water. But what is lacking there is the education for everyone to rational use of water. So this is why I asked help from to the network, to the entire network, and basically to our friends in Ethiopia, which, and I send them a particular hug.
Stay here, Mario, stay here, because I think that this is a very interesting project, because it's combining a lot of things together, and this is extremely interesting, let's say. Okay. Maybe you don't know, but working with inmate in jail, it's complicated, but has a lot of positive effect. In Padova, that is the city where I live, there are shops, small industrial groups that are teaching inmates to do bakery, and they have a lot of positive feedback. The person that are giving the job are receiving a lot of advertisement, let's say. They are also making some money out of it. They pay, but they teach a job to the person that when they finish to pay the debt with the society, they can re-enter the society with a different approach. So it's extremely interesting. And on top of it, there is the environmental impact, because it's okay. We all know the situation about green areas, the pollinators, and so on. And of course, these things can be multiplied quite easily.
Yes.
Okay.
Look, it's a great thing to work with the jails, because I think you receive more than you give, because these people is waiting for someone gives them some other thoughts different from their own thoughts about their problems. They are always. So basically, what you do with them is give them a little interval of freedom in their prison lives. So, and the second thing is that they are willing to work. So, because otherwise their time gets wasted in some way because they have nothing to do. The projects are very few. So there are schools, it's maybe university, but what they are looking for is something to do on the field. So this is the main reason why I am very happy that in some way we can connect our projects in jail. We made another project, as I told you before, with dogs. So we brought dogs in jail, and it was a great result because dogs are the best, let's say, way to ease human relationships because they don't judge, basically. So they become friends, but they don't judge. And they taught us to get in jail and don't judge. Just have a relationship with the people, nothing else. They are people as anyone else around. They have made a mistake, but basically what we found was that at the end of the project, we are all with the tears because the project was finished. So it was for me a really great pleasure to work with them. Okay.
Thank you very much. Very inspiring. There is any question for Mario?
Do you find that the prisoners are engaged? And I'm only asking because we have prisoners that come out and do cleanups on our streets. And I was walking behind a group of them one day and they walked by all the trash and not one person bent down and picked anything up. It's such an interesting project. The states, I think, have a lot more issues than you guys do. I think you treat prisoners better in different places. And you probably get more engagement. I would love a project like this.
Yeah. As a matter of fact, we worked with prisoners with long damnations. So it was particularly, let's say, striking on the emotions because they were people with maybe life damnations or long damnations. And on the other side, we had someone with short damnations so that they can use the titles, working titles that we will give them. In this case, the project is addressed to people who have the permit to work outside the walls of the prison. So thank you to everybody.
Thank you, Mario. I want to ask to the people that are connected. I don't know all of you. There is someone from the Sheikh Zayed Rotary Club? Because if not, then I think that we will ask Andrea Lacroix, that is with us in Milano, to give a presentation. We will need to find the right one because you sent me two and I think that I copy four. Try this one. Andrea, I'm not sure if we have the right one.
It doesn't. Very unrehearsed too.
Big. It's too big.
No, it's okay. It's okay.
I think I just sent it yesterday. Yeah. That's a video.
It's a video.
Okay.
Children and adults from all over delight in the irresistible flavor of the biggest soup in the world, the plastic soup.
Thank you.
Prepared only with unnatural ingredients, just like we found it in the oceans.
Yeah.
And yes, we followed the most poisonous recipe. With the strongest shopping bags, the most colorful packaging and all kinds of disposable products, and now with even more clothes microfibers. An unwholesome treat for everyone's palates. Daily eaten by turtles, whales, birds, fish, and even shellfish. Get it now in the 40-gram size. The precise amount of plastic each person dumps into the ocean every month. Give in to the latest trend. The soup to end all soups, and indeed, to end everything and everyone. The plastic soup. Get it now on plasticsoup.info.
Who's hungry? Okay, I'm very unrehearsed, so I apologize. Oh. Okay. So I'm obviously here to talk about plastics. Never disappears. It just gets smaller and smaller, as we all know. 35%. Can we make that smaller so I can see the slide?
Yeah, no problem. You can go ahead.
I just want to make that smaller so I can actually see the slide. I'm sorry. I'm a little unrehearsed, guys. I'm sorry. Okay. So 35% of our clothes contain plastics, which just turns into microplastics. 28% of the microplastics out there come from car tires. Yeah, exactly. So we need an interesting solution for car tires, which we don't have at the moment. 18 billion cigarette butts are tossed each day, which is very interesting because I know a lot of people in this country smoke, and in the States, I think the amount is a lot lower. But it's very interesting that Europe, I feel like, is so far ahead of us in terms of other green initiatives, but then there's some things that are just different. You know, all of the stuff that we use, diapers, washing products, we just have so much plastic waste from different industries and just everything we use. Now I can't advance this. Just some tech issues, guys. Okay. Okay. So it just keeps going. Okay. So I'm part of End Plastic Soup. I actually just joined them recently along with End Plastic Solutions. And it's really, our mission is to just reduce the amount of plastic and help get rid of the stuff that we already have on this planet, because we have a lot on this planet. I don't know why it's doing that. So End Plastic Soup started in 2018 in Amsterdam, and the person who started it is in this video. Got the video. Yes.
Welcome, my name is Gert-Jan van Dommelen. I'm the co-founder of End Plastic Soup, the initiative for Rotary to end plastic pollution. Come on, join us.
Why do we need to act? because of loss of biodiversity, human health, and climate change. What you can do: take action, create awareness, and build alliances. Join End Plastic Soup. We offer our network, our experience, and our help.
The planet takes care of itself, but we have to take care of the planet. Thank you for supporting us, and please help us to solve the plastic pollution problem. End plastic soup now.
Great. So I don't know why it's doing this. So you guys aren't seeing the same thing. Oh, you are. Okay. So my name is Andrea LaCroix. And I just became the regional ambassador for Eastern North America. So that's the whole region that I cover. This is a new position for me. But my background is that I have been involved in my town's waste reduction committee for 12 years now. So I've always been interested in recycling and the planet. A couple of years ago, I took a class. It's a US-based class called from a group called Beyond Plastics. I took the class going in thinking, oh my God, plastic is just a waste issue. I know so much about plastic. And after a 14-hour class, I discovered that I learned a ton about plastic that I didn't know. And one of the major factors that really got me motivated was climate change, yes, but the health of plastics, it's just ruining our health. Like every single person born today is being born with plastics in their systems. So I give a lot of talks through Rotary, and I've just become very well known. So I get invites to speak at other groups as well about plastics, which is not the focus of my talk today. Which is why I'm less rehearsed on this. And if you put my other presentation in front of me, I could do it in my sleep. But I joined up with the Plastic Cafe through SRAG. The Plastic Cafe has become Plastic Solutions and has merged with End Plastic Soup. So that's where we are today. So I worked with Gert-Jan on some of the slides here. I don't know why it keeps doing that. And so, we just wanted to just highlight a couple of things about End Plastic Soup and the problem, and, along with Rotary, the major impacts on climate diversity, the power of the oil and plastics industry, and the long-term goal. We have a lot of plastics on the planet today, and the plastics industry is still making a lot of plastics. They're going to triple to quadruple the amount of plastics that they produce in the next. I hear different statistics. That's why I said triple or quadruple. And I also hear by 2050, 2060, it doesn't matter. The oil and gas companies and the chemical companies are just out there producing. So we need to move to a more circular economy where we're making less plastic and reusing the plastic that we already have. Okay, it stayed. So I thought that I had taken the slide out, unless that's my last slide. Yeah, I guess that's my last slide. So just a couple of points that were emailed to me, so excuse me. So we are a worldwide initiative by Rotary and Rotaract clubs to stop plastic pollution, with awareness, club actions, and international alliances, solution, and collaborations with authorities and industries. I actually love the power of conferences like that, because that, what Michael said before about not just cleanups, but cleanup walks, puts a new spin on a cleanup. And I'm actually going to now create an initiative within my club and my town to not just do cleanups, but to form it into some sort of walk, maybe a fundraiser for something. I don't know. I'll think about it. I have to let it digest a little, but
So I love collaborations like this. But it's an initiative started in 2018, and it's now supported by 1,000 clubs in 64 countries, and 20 international projects, including 5 global grants, are in process. I think that's amazing. It's an volunteer organization run by Rotarians and Rotary, and complies with the bylaws of Rotary Action Groups, honoring the values of Rotary, realizing the vision of Rotary, creating more impact, expanding our reach, increasing participation, and enabling Rotary to change. We are all Rotarians, several board members, and also members of WashRag, SRAG, and other RAGs. We are community leaders serving local and international communities. Projects, visuals, knowledge, solutions, experiences are being shared with Rotary. So there goes on, but it's just a lot of so. So my world is plastic. If anyone has any questions on End Plastic Soup or plastics, I'm happy to take them. Thank you.
I don't know if there are questions. Otherwise, I can ask you.
Yes.
Mario.
I have one.
Yes.
Just one. How did you get the cooperation from entrepreneurs for circular economy or for recycling plastics? Because of course, I don't think that burning is the best solution for plastics. So
no, it's great, really. It just puts toxins in the air. What's wrong with that? Right. So you know, that is the dilemma, right? You know, it's also very interesting. You know, I was noticing you guys have glass Coca-Cola bottles here, and we don't in the States. And Coca-Cola is one of the biggest polluters. And they made a promise that they were going to become more green. And then slowly they just sort of backed away from it and just stopped advertising it, and they never took action on it. Maybe here in Europe, they're doing it, but in the United States, they can get away with a lot more. So we face some challenges in the States that you guys don't face here. So I also do think, though, I like to call it power of the purse. And that's a message that I spread all the time. So a very quick story about BPA. Does everyone know what BPA is? Bisphenol. Yep. Bisphenol A was in a lot of products like baby bottles and water bottles. And somehow it captured the attention of the EPA. There was a story, I heard it. I can't remember the entire story. But what I do remember about it is that companies all of a sudden started producing products without BPA. There are other bisphenols, by the way, but not BPA. But all of a sudden, they're now labeling all these products as BPA free. Now, they didn't do it because the EPA said BPA is banned. Does everyone know what the EPA is? Environmental Protection Agency. Yep. But BPA was not banned. I think it was in 10 states, but not in the entire country. And not in the entire world, although Europe probably bans it. But companies started making BPA products because people stopped buying products with BPA. So the power of the purse is huge. And I tell that to every single person that I talk with, is that for most everything we buy, we have alternatives. So the more and more people that are buying the alternatives, then it's going to affect industries. Now, we do have some industries that do produce that circular economy, or at least end the chain. So, you know, plastic bags, we have a lot of plastic bag bans in effect. I think you guys, I don't know if Italy has banned plastic bags as a whole. Well, okay, great. So, okay. Yeah, okay. But we have companies that will take all those plastic bags and then turn them into other products. Now, the process for turning them into the other products is as toxic or even more so than producing the plastics to begin with. But we have to do something with all the plastics. So until we have a lot of pushback, because I think it really is going to start with the consumer not buying the products versus the industry saying, oh, we want to go green. Because like I said, Coca-Cola made that green pledge and then backed away from it. So it's very hard. It has to start with us, the consumers, pushing back on the corporations.
Sorry, can I just make a comment? I don't want to be controversial, but
yes,
there's also pushback from the legislative side in the States with the new administration. I mean, has the EPA been abolished?
Do we still have an EPA? Yeah, that's a very controversial subject, and we are Rotarians. We're not supposed to talk about that stuff. But listen. So the woman that started Beyond Plastics was the EPA administrator under Barack Obama, and that as soon as Lee Zeldin was appointed as our new EPA administrator, we had a call, all of Beyond Plastics. We were on a big webinar, and her message is this is the time where we need to be strong and fight like hell. We cannot give up. So we definitely have challenges, but we just have to power on, because consumers, a lot of consumers, when they understand what's in plastics and how it's affecting not just our planet, because it is affecting our planet, it is affecting climate change, but it is really affecting our health. So once they start getting the message, like we have so much plastic in our brain, right? Once they hear those, and then the thing that gets men, sorry to say this, but it lowers sperm count, right? So when we start saying that to men, like then they start to get messages, and change is slow, but I do think that we do have some power to start to change things. It's going to be slow, but I think at some point, yeah. I can't give up. Any other questions?
I was thinking about the,
raise the voice, please.
Plastic soup, pollution. These are global issues.
Global.
That deserves global solutions. In this sense, Rotary as a force to tackle those issues and to address also a solution in an international way, especially by, for example, scale projects. Okay, is there in this sense, as Plastic Soup thought about implementing scale scope, proposing scale scope to Rotary Foundation in order to giving a global solution, a global project that many Rotary clubs can deploy all over the world?
So that's a very interesting question. And one of the things that we're doing, I mean, it's a very hard thing to do, in every area represents its own challenge. One of the things that we're doing on the Plastic Solutions website is I don't know that it's done yet, but we have a plastic pledge. And once you take the plastic pledge, we send you a bingo card, and we send one for individuals and for club levels. We'd love to roll this out to every single club. That's our goal. We're starting small. And the bingo card is just a fun way to say, oh, I use reusable bottles. Oh, I buy, shampoo bars rather than plastic shampoo stuff, and a whole bunch of different ideas and swaps on that. And, to bring it to the club level, and also, at the club level, talking about, when you give, awards or prizes to people, making sure that nothing that you're using is plastic, or when you have a special event, making sure that nothing you use here is plastic. Like you guys have the plastic cups here, right? Haven't used a plastic cup in a long time, but I really wanted some water, and I don't have my own today. But, I presented to a club That is the most green club I have ever been to. And every single person brings their own coffee cup to their meeting, and they call it their club mug. So presenting challenges like that to every club. Now, I've done presentations at like 20 different clubs in my district, and every club has its own challenge. Some are at restaurants, and I was at one restaurant where they served the coffee in real cups and then everything else was plastic, which I was shocked about because you're at an actual restaurant. So I couldn't understand why they would do that. And then there's one club that does takeout. So every single thing they use but I think that ever since I've given my presentation, they try to think of different ways where they can lower the amount of plastic. Like instead of providing bottled water for everybody, having everybody just bring their own water bottle. So the bingo cards provide those types of solutions, both individually and at the club level, to try to help you think of other ways to become plastic free.
Yeah, I have a silly question. It's a lot of time that I don't come to the States. In Italy, since before COVID, it was a normal rule to collect the tap of the different plastic bottle and then to bring in big sack to the church, to some community, and then they were recycled. Now, instead, there is always the tap that I hate this, that you can't remove from the bottle. And it's a mess if you want to drink like this. Do you do the same in the States, or you can take away the tap from the bottle?
We have both. We have a lot of different, you're talking about bottled water.
Yes.
Yeah, we have a lot of different types of bottled water. I haven't drunk from a plastic water bottle in like 20 years. I don't buy them. I don't use them. So I don't really know.
Because it changed from me like this. The kids were very, very proud to have the possibility to bring a big sack full only from with them. And do you remember this?
Yes, I do.
And now everything disappeared, and I don't know the reason. So for this reason, I am asking what you do in the States.
Yes, a lot of people bring their own water bottles with them.
Not here.
Yeah, really, that's so interesting. I really feel like Europe is so far ahead of us, but actually I saw a speaker once from France, and she made a comment that even though there are laws about a lot of it about like black plastic, by the way, is especially bad. I don't know how much black plastic you have here. But she said there are laws against certain plastics and whatnot. She said there's zero enforcement, right? So even though they have the laws, that's not being enforced. And so like I always think that Europe is so much better off than we are, but maybe there's certain areas where it's not. And yeah, it's a big undertaking.
A lot. This is normal here. We have the different container and we recycle a lot, and you can have a bench made from
Yes, exactly. Which is one thing we don't have in the States. And then there are some states that don't even recycle. Like everything is trash, which saddens me. Yeah.
If you have someone transform it in art, for example, there's a project called New York City Garbage. They took the garbage, they put it in a cube, in a plastic cube, I don't know, in a plastic cube, and they sell it as it was a work of art.
So we do, I actually just missed a presentation the other day. I had a conflict and I've got the recording. I haven't watched it yet, but it really actually is about turning trash into art. Which I think is, whatever, and then I saw there was it was a Rotary thing actually, from Costa Rica, I believe, where they did a fashion show. And yep. Yeah. So going back to the whole worldwide thing, I think that every region, every area presents its own unique challenges. There's some regions that are doing really well in certain areas, and then, not so well in others, and some regions that need help everywhere.
Yeah, that's why there is the Rotary Foundation, Rotary International, so Rotary International Financing, and then every club locally can act to solve the problems they have in their areas.
Exactly. So, anything else? See, I love talking trash. I just
Stay here, Andrea. Okay. No, because I want to make a final comment,
Okay.
because I was listening to what also the audience was saying, not just asking questions, but making comments. So I really think that how should I phrase it? If we wanted to change the world, we need to start from our house,
Yes.
start from the home. And as you said, there are different kind of problem in different countries. Because I was now remember that in one of the Eco Club Zoom meeting, there was an Indian guys that he had a factory for recycling.
Yes.
But he was going around in villages to collect the plastic, and they were giving rewards to the families that were collecting plastic and not throw it in the closest river or whatever. So you see, here we were talking about legislation. In other country, probably we are not at the level of creating a legislation, but we need to start somewhere and somehow. And I really think that, as we said, changing the world for the plastic, it's a work that needs to start from the ground level, from the really the individual.
Exactly.
Okay, if there are no other questions, thank you, Andrea.
Thank you. Thank you for this opportunity.
And if Olderico helps me, I want to show a video that has been produced by, just a second, is this one. Stop it. Okay. So before it starts, it's okay, this is a video about a Rotaract event that was done last year in Luxembourg. It shows us the way in which big Rotary events can be done in an environmental friendly way. This video was okay. Let's see the video.
Project European Meeting is a biannual gathering that brings together young leaders from all over Europe. It's a powerful platform for networking, collaboration, and developing leadership skills. Each edition is hosted in a different country, and in October 2024, Luxembourg had the honor of welcoming 400 participants from 45 countries, with sustainability at the heart of our mission. Our green strategy had two core pillars, the environment and social inclusion. We encouraged reduced travel, promoted public transportation, managed waste, donated leftover food, used reusable cups, and even calculated our ecological footprint. On the social side, we proudly involved people with Down syndrome in our actions and made sure the event was accessible to younger Rotaractors.
Our event embraced eco-conscious practices at every level. We chose Park Hotel Alvis for its green certifications, prioritized shared mobility and free public transport, and went fully digital, no printed materials at all. Catering was eco-responsible, and our workshops tackled crucial topics like environmental racism, climate migration, sustainable fashion, and digital inclusion.
One of our proudest social projects was Revamp Your Wardrobe. We collected 200 kilograms of high-quality clothing and created a pop-up market where everyone could give or take freely, no exchange required. With over 1,500 kilograms of CO2 saved, the initiative promoted circular fashion, conscious consumption, and a true spirit of generosity. Through 141 Project, we planted 400 trees, one for each participant, creating a symbolic Rotaract forest. This action will offset 7,700 kilograms of CO annually, supporting biodiversity and local reforestation efforts. Each tree represents our commitment to the planet, ensuring a lasting environmental legacy beyond the event.
For our sustainable gala, we used natural materials like wood, greenery, and glass, inspired by Luxembourg's nature. With zero single-use plastics and all decor being reusable or compostable, we minimized waste. The visual storytelling brought the essence of a Luxembourg forest to life, creating a truly immersive and eco-friendly experience.
For our event, we carefully selected eco-gadgets and welcome bags with low environmental impact, focused on reusability, biodegradability, and minimal packaging. All production was certified in Europe, meeting high environmental and labor standards. Most sponsor-provided items aligned with our sustainability goals, supporting our mission for a greener future. Welcome bags were made from reusable cotton, designed to be durable and washable. We ensured everything was sourced from local suppliers, avoiding waste and single-use plastics. We also introduced plantable name badges made from 100% recycled cardboard, with wildflower seeds embedded in handwritten tags. After the event, participants could plant them, symbolizing growth and environmental regeneration. Finally, Peckville Chen, the local souvenir made from biodegradable PLA bioplastic, sponsored by the Ministry of the Interior, provided a plastic-free, meaningful keepsake. It naturally decomposes in just 3 months.
The event promoted a circular economy and sustainable habits among participants, showing that large-scale youth events can be both fun and eco-friendly. Through responsible planning, we reduced emissions and waste, inspiring participants to bring green practices back to their local clubs and future events.
I think it's finished, yes. I don't know what you think, but for me, it's quite inspirational that, okay, a group of 400 young people create an event thinking so much also on the details of making an environmental friendly event. So I don't know if everything they did is correct. I don't know if there are things that they could be done better. But I think that in general, the approach is remarkable, and probably this video should be a guideline for everyone that wants to organize a large event. Only the fact that there were 400 people and that they planted 400 trees, for me, is something that has some values. I don't know if you have any comment.
But all this is in Luxembourg, that is smaller than Los Angeles downtown.
It was just a meeting there, but it was from all of Europe.
No, but I mean, I thought this was organized from Rotaract Luxembourg, and this.
No, but what is in it was an international event.
Okay, thank you.
That is true. Every country has maybe some difference, but I think that the logic and the way of thinking in organizing an event it is probably a lesson that everyone should.
Sorry, I've seen several meetings organized, bringing normal dishes, washing, taking back with no plastic and nothing. You just wash again.
Yes.
That's all.
Well, that's the whole idea of the bingo cards that we're creating at the club level too, is for reusables rather than single use. So this was really great to see.
Videos and so on.
Yes, all the video will be available in our YouTube channel, and after when we will upload on our channel, Luca will send one email with all the links so you can find everything, because all of our events, Rotary Eco Club event, Meet Network Eco Club events are already uploaded in our YouTube channel, and you can have a look there. So also all the Rotary Eco Club meetings are hosted there, so you can have a look at all our meetings from when the club was born in 2021. And so we are arrived at the end of this event online, and thank you to be here with us. We will provide a digital version soon in our YouTube channel, so it will be possible to see again all of these interesting presentations. So you can contact and you can go ahead if you are interested to discover new project and to understand better all the activity that all clubs done all around the world. So I think that I want just to say thank you for being with us, and see you next time, maybe in Sardinia. We had an invitation to organize the next Rotary Eco Club meeting in Sardinia, and will be a great idea, and we will work on it. Maybe okay. Yeah. So I leave the floor to Luca Marchesi to close the event, and thank you everybody.
Okay, thank you, Ulderico. And okay, no, I want to thank everyone. I want to thank the District 2041 of Milano for giving us the possibility to host this meeting. I want to thank ESRAG and ESRAG Italy for the support provided. And I want to thank you all for participating in this event. As I said in the beginning, the network is just a platform that is available for all of you to communicate and get engaged one each other. Maybe Olderico, one last thing is about an announcement that we want to make about a product or a community that will be launched soon to facilitate the connection and the communication of the different clubs.
Yes, we created a community online where will be possible to share ideas, to create club events dedicated specific for the clubs. Soon you will be invited to join the community. With Luca, we already set up this tool and will be available soon. We are going to close the last test and to finish the first content that will be available. I think that this will be an opportunity to create a work group where people can share ideas, share projects, and go ahead in something that can be very good for our environment and for our planet. So thank you very much, and see you next year.